11 attention-gaining devices. This is the whole basis of my Wake 'em Up system. I'm going to do something different, but you're not going to notice it because it's just happening as part of the presentation. But for me, I have structured it so that all of these things are happening, so nobody is going to zone out on it, all right? So let's run through the list. Using humor. You've seen me do that. Teasing myself. Things like that. We'll get into more details of that. Props. Using props. Holding things up. I haven't used it today, but the mic stand and maybe some magic tricks. These are props that are important. I think I will show you listening patterns of an audience. So let me put dads. Don't forget to sign this. Everybody's doing a great job of signing this. But this is probably one of the most critical keys. And now the Toastmasters say, he turned his back to the audience. Oh my God, we should write our congressman. All right. So let's look at this graph here. Let's say this is the interest level of the audience, and this is time. All right, so usually there's a high interest level because people are expecting something good, and they came to hear the speaker, and they're happy, so the interest level is high. And then the speaker does some stupid joke like, and the interest level goes way down like this. And then they start their topic. I'm here today to talk about the Los Angeles sewer system. And the interest level goes way down right here. Now this is sleep right here, right? This is rapid eye movement sleep, and this is coma right there, see? Now, and we don't have a lectern here, but on the front of the lectern, they usually have like a Hyatt or something like that. That's not to advertise the hotel. That's so people know where they are when they wake up, all right, see? All right? And then we get a big interest level jump when the speaker says, in conclusion. And it goes up like this. Well, hi, awesome. And then they keep droning on, and then they fade off into oblivion like this, all right? This is no good. You get them down here, it's too hard to get them back. It's too hard to get them back. Don't ever let them get down here. This is the kind of listening pattern that you want. It's more like this, where I'm going to hit you with something. All right, let you down a little bit. Hit you again. Let you down a little bit. Hit you again. And this could be humor. This could be a story. This could be a prop. This could be magic. This could be stage movement. This could be voice inflection. This could be going up to Umar and whispering, saying, Umar, this is just between you and me. This is an attention-gaining device. If you're a loud, boisterous presenter and you all of a sudden get quiet, attention gaining. You can't do it without a good microphone, though, because Jeff couldn't hear it in the back if I'm whispering. See, but with the microphone, I can make everybody eavesdrop, and this is when I'm going to give an important point. All right? So this is the kind of listening pattern you want. This is the Wake 'em Up system. You hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, and they never get down here, ever. All right? So some of the other, I think I mentioned most of them on page 121. Humor, props, stories. I'll tell you about my mother. I remember I told you she was crazy? All right, she came to visit me one time in Washington, D.C. Now, we come from the sticks. My hometown was 500 people. We lived in the suburbs, all right? We lived in a total sticks, and, we had no amenities. We had 13 wells on our property, no city sewers, none of that stuff. So she comes to visit me in D.C. while I'm running Prank Masters, and I took her for a cruise on the Potomac and all the monuments and all the fun stuff. And we got home, and I'm exhausted, and I said, Mom, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. She said, oh, there's no problem. I'm just going to watch the news, and I'm going to go to bed. And ever since I'm a little kid, I remember my mom and dad, 11 o'clock, sit down to watch the network news, right? So I get up about 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom, and there's Mom in front of the TV, just nodding and drooping like this, saying, Mom, what's wrong? She said, I'm just waiting for the news to be over. She was watching CNN, 24-hour headline news. All right, so this is my crazy mother. We didn't have any cable TV. She didn't know that. And on the same trip, my computer breaks down, and I take her down to get it, and I'm getting it fixed, and it's a long time, and she's staying in the car, and I said, Mom, you going to be all right? Yeah, I'll just listen to the radio, no problem. So I come back an hour later, and I say, Mom, everything okay? Oh, yeah, everything's okay, but this is the craziest radio station I ever heard. She had hit the scan button and was listening to a different station every 5 seconds for the past hour. All right? We had one station we could get in Claysville. So, all right, there's a story, all right? There's a story, and there's some things to learn from what I just did. First of all, I resisted, even though I was right on the term stories, I did not say, I've got a story to tell you. I said, let me tell you about my mom. She's crazy, remember? See? So I'm right into it. So don't set things up so people resist and say, well, this better be funny. You're into it before they know what hit them, okay? Now, another little storytelling technique is you change characters. Now, me, Mr. Big Boisterous guy, switched to Mom, who is, hey, I'm just waiting for the news to be over. See, now I was acting out the character of my mom. See, so these are the kind of things that just suck people right in. See, stories paint pictures in their mind. You want a really cool technique to make sure nobody ever leaves your audience early? Called a split story. A split story. All right? You start the story at the beginning of your speech, and you get to a cliffhanger point, and then you say, well, we'll get to that at the end of the presentation. Nobody will leave. In fact, in many countries, I did presentations for MPI, Meeting Professionals International. And every time they would tell me, these people are busy and, you better be done on time because they're going to run up and go to lunch. Not once ever did anybody ever leave my presentation because I split storied them. They didn't know what hit them. And the meeting planners come up to me and say, I can't believe it. They never stayed for anybody. Blah, 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 blah. And I get booked. Okay? So learn your craft. Be great up here. All right? You're doing us all a favor because it really sucks. When I used to be up for a job and somebody's, I don't want to keep ragging on Toastmasters, but some Toastmaster had said that they were a professional, and they said, oh, yeah, we had a professional speaker before. That's what they're saying to me when a Toastmaster went up and bombed. Okay? So I want you to be great out there. It'll help our whole profession, and there's not as many speeches out there. The USA Today, or I forget which one, Wall Street Journal reported there's not as much demand for professional speaking anymore. So you better be darn good and be able to rock and roll when you hit the stage. All right. So some other things. Stage movement. I always go over to the cheap seats once in a while. Okay? Even though all the stuff's over there. Stage movement is an attention gain device. Asking questions. But don't do the, hey, stupid questions. Hey, you morons, do you want to make more money? I'm a moron, too, for asking a question like that, all right? Don't ask the, hey, stupid questions. Ask real questions, wait for the answer, or ask rhetorical questions where you don't expect them to yell out because you might embarrass them. Show visuals. We're certainly doing that. Play music. Now, this is something that you got to be careful of because of licensing issues, and I'm not telling you to do this, but you can do parody songs. Now, parody is somewhat protected legally. So here's a little one that I did that has a message for anybody that's working with a computer. Yesterday, all those backups seemed a waste of pay. Now my database has gone away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, there's not half the files there used to be. And there's a hatchet hanging over me. The system crashed so suddenly. I pushed something wrong, what it was I couldn't say. Now all my data's gone and I long For yesterday, hey, 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 yesterday. The need for backup seemed so far away. I knew my data was here to stay. Now I believe in yesterday. I'm screwed, 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 screwed. All right. All right. Thank you. Oh, I'm blushing. I'm blushing. You know, I spend a lot of time alone. I got to tell you. All right, a couple more bullet points, and then professional speakers end on time. Gesturing. Don't be some automaton up here. If I go like this, that's a gesture because my visuals are down and I want you to picture something. But this kind of crap and being right on time is ridiculous. Using quotations, use your own, and you can use others. Reading or reciting poetry, which is, I think, how I'll end this session. Let me find the appropriate person. There's a lovely lady right here. So, it's Mary Ann, right? I'm going to kneel down, and I'm going to kiss your hand. I kissed her hand so tenderly, my lips they did linger. I ran my fingers through her hair, and a cootie bit my finger. So,